welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So guys, I want to give you here an update on Polestar Automotive, ticker is PSNY. I tried to predict here always short squeezes on my channel, and for Polestar we had a very nice and a very predictable short squeeze. So I give you here a quick recap what happened here in the past, and if we can see here a continuation of a potential short squeeze or not. Everything what I say here is of course based on the chart and not financial advice. First of all guys, sorry for my voice. I caught a cold. I give my best here to make this video as comfortable as possible. Yeah, if you're new to this channel here and didn't see the previous videos, I made something like an alarm here on Polestar already back in June this year, where I said this is where I expect here an algo squeeze to happen. As I said, there are many signals in the chart. The market makers always leave us here some hidden signals where we can start to spot short squeezes here. And you can see my video where I said here is an algo squeeze alert was already back here at the beginning of June. So I want to give you a quick recap what happened since then. Then when we had this buying activity here in June, I said this is time to buy here for Polestar end of July, and then we can see here very quick what happened since. Therefore I use now here TradingView to simulate the chart technique here, the chart pattern for Polestar. That was this date here when I released the video. Zack. So loading, we are here in the weekly chart. So one candle is the price action of 1 week, and this guys here was the beginning of the short squeeze, and I will show you in a second why. And that's why I say it is quite predictable when short squeezes happen here, and this is also one of my missions here on the channel. Of course I always try to educate people in trading, but I also have the mission here to predict short squeezes, guys. And this is what happened here for Polestar. And when we zoom out, so the squeeze had its peak here back at $1.94. I honestly expected the price to get rejected at $1.75. So you can see that the first weekly candle also got rejected. Then we had one breakout attempt here. Here was the chance to even see a higher squeeze. My personal price target was $1.75, and you can see since then we're coming down. So why was that so predictable? Polestar is trading here in a trend channel pattern. So when we see the overall chart structure here, then of course PSNY is not in a bullish trend. We have a horrible downtrend here and we have some significant price levels here in the $1 range and a little bit lower, which should usually cause something like a technical reaction if a company is not diluting the hell out of the stock. And that's why I also already alarmed we could see here something to happen, because we had this touch point here back on the bottom or at the bottom of the trend channel, which is always a good buying opportunity. So you can also make money with stocks while they're tanking down. Everything what you have to do is you have to spot trend channel patterns, and then you always can trade the swing here from the upside downside to the upside, and of course from the upside to the downside. So Polestar played here ping pong for a couple of months, and you can see every time when we hit the bottom of the trend channel we squeezed to the upside. Every time when we hit the top of the trend channel we came back to the downside. So that was a very easy trade. But for now, of course, the main question is if we can squeeze even higher, since we left now here this trend channel pattern. You can see we already had one breakout attempt here back in June 2023. There we also had a breakout. There was one resistance level where we got rejected and tanked down, and this is more or less now a similar situation which we have for Polestar today. So now let's enable here also the indicators and let's check what is going on. And this is now very important here, guys. This is why I also make this update right now. So we had this algo trend line pattern here for PSNY on the RSI here, which was controlling the price, and we had our breakout now, successful breakout. Then we got a bearish divergence here. The RSI was tanking down, the price was going up. That was already for me a hidden signal that we could see a rejection here, and especially $1.75 has been my price target for selling my positions. And now what is happening right now while I'm doing the video, guys, we're coming back here to this algo trend line here and could see a retest. What usually happens before a squeeze is that we have here an oversold RSI, so we need to touch here the 30% mark or even lower. But in that case here, when that algo trend line here has been in control for all the years for Polestar here since 2021, then that could be here the beginning of a retest, and then we continue to squeeze because we are still trading outside here of this trend channel pattern. If This is just a fake out, and we come lower, guys, then we could see here 60 cents and lower for Polestar. But you can also see that the bottom of this trend channel here, it is not possible to hit this anymore, since the price would end up here in the minus. So that's why we have here a quite interesting chart constellation, and we can of course now switch here to the daily chart. So I mentioned that before, guys, that I always try to predict short squeezes here on my channel. And what I'm doing here, I upload every Sunday my personal finest selection of short squeeze stocks. Polestar is a short squeeze play. I mean, after my video prediction here, that was this day here, guys, the yellow line, you can see that Polestar squeezed in total 218%. This is what I call a short squeeze, even if it's not a classical short squeeze where really short sellers get squeezed out of their positions. You can see that they got here the lowest possible price before they covered here some shares. So it's not a classical short squeeze. That's why I often call them here algo squeezes, guys, and I also mentioned that here in this video. But what I do is I upload here every Sunday my finest selection of short squeeze stocks. I call them the hot stocks, guys. And what happens here when I upload this video on Sunday, that means that the tickers in those videos, I expect them to squeeze in the very few next trading days. Yeah, there is of course no guarantee, but last week I released 3 tickers, guys, and 2 of them squeezed. One ticker squeezed 109% just one day after my video release here. You can see directly this ticker here started to pump 109%, and the second one squeezed even higher. 3 days after my video release, that was Wednesday, Sunday was the release date, this ticker squeezed 242%. That's why I say it is very possible to predict short squeezes in the market if you understand the technicals and if you understand what is going on here in the, behind the scenes. And most important, you have to understand chart techniques, guys. If you want to see those short squeeze stocks, those hot stocks, guys, then you can of course join in here our trading community. The most popular membership which I have is the full package membership here on Patreon. You can see all the member benefits here. Every day new members joining in, guys. It doesn't matter if you are a beginner or advanced trader, everybody is welcome. And when you click here the info icon in the corner, you get access to the Patreon member link. So let's now go back to Polestar. Why I'm doing this update, guys. We have here one very nice green candle, guys. I really like this green candle here, and you can already see this green box here. This is the liquidity zone for Polestar, where usually the buyers stepping in to support the price. So everything here between $1.16 and 86 cents is a very important support price range, and the last point of support which I see for Polestar is here around 75 cents. There is a chance that we even come down and retest this trend channel here one more time, but honestly I don't want to see that, because a retest for now, if we would see a straight line, that would still not be an all-time low. But when we come lower like this and then retest the trend channel bottom here, we create new all-time lows. Honestly, this is not what I want to see. If the market is of course now very bullish. We have here many short squeezes in the market, and that means that this could be the bottom for Polestar here in August. You can just compare this. Most of the stocks, even cryptocurrencies, a lot of stocks started to squeeze here in August, or at least had their bottom in August 2024. So we don't want to see a lower low from now on. That's why I say as long as we don't trade below 74 cents, that would be super bullish in my opinion, and a retest here in that range of 87 cents here to $1 is absolute normal. $1 is a very significant price range for every stock, especially when you want to trade here on the Nasdaq. You should not trade below $1. However, the bearish market makers or the short sellers of course want to bring the price below $1, so we have to rely here on the bulls that they still pushing the price. And this candle here, guys, yeah, which we just had here by the end of November, is a very good hint, because the price came back down here at 98 cents, and then immediately you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles here. You can see that in the volume profile from TradingView. So the bulls stepped in, but still we couldn't break here the EMA lines, and we still of course trading below $1.40. $1.40 is one of the most significant price ranges here for Polestar, which can act like a squeeze trigger, but then of course we need a lot of volume here to break $1.75. But it looks, for me, it could be the beginning here of a bullish reversal. You can see that here we had a lot of volume here, red volume in the chart. This is a typical fake out, could also be delusion, guys. But if they don't diluting here the hell out of the stock, then we could see here a bullish reversal incoming, and then slowly Polestar will start to break all these price levels and finally can back here to $3, $4 and even higher. This is technically possible. You can see we even have here one open gap in the $8 range. So technically, if this is the beginning of a bullish reversal, we could see these price levels, but I'm not here to hype you up. I'm not here to create FOMO. I give you here just my honest opinion based on the chart, and as long as we don't trade, in best case, yeah, 87 cents should be the bottom, but 74 cents is really, for me, the last point of support. When we fall below 74 cents, guys, then I would turn very bearish here on Polestar, and then it would not look good for the future of the stock. Market capital is still very good with $2.2 billion. That is not bad. But as I said, we need here a price over $1 and stabilize here to regain here some bull power. And this candle here, guys, gives some hope on that. Guys, if you want to copy the price levels here, as I said, $1.75 is one of the main resistance level. $1.40 is the make it or break it price level, which I want to break. So that means I want to see that the bulls close here over $1.40, and 87 cents to 74 cents is the last point of support for Polestar. We don't want to fall below that. If you want to copy the price levels here, this is everything based on TradingView, and for now we have a very good opportunity here, guys. We have a 70% Cyber Monday, Black Friday mixed. This is just available for 2 more days, guys. A 70% discount on TradingView on the premium tier. This is what I highly recommend. I'm not sponsored by TradingView, but I use that program here for all my videos and all my trades, and I recommend that to everyone if you want to learn trading. And for now, you get here 70% discount and 1 month for free on top, guys, for just $16.69 a month. This is more or less for free, guys. So you can use my discount link here. I have a special discount link available. When you click here on the info icon in the corner, then you get access to this premium tier special discount link here for TradingView. Okay, my friends, that was the update here on Polestar. I hope that was helpful for you. Sorry for my voice. If you like that content here, if you don't want to miss any updates, then please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Polestar Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.